Hi, this is Heather again, and it is now, let's see, it's February the 9th, and so it's been, what's that, October the 31st, November, December, January, so that's 3 months and 9 days since I had my vertical sleeve surgery, and I'm doing well. I started at 380. On the day of surgery, after the pre-op diet, I was 351. And then after surgery, for about a month, I lost almost a pound a day. And then it stopped. And I had about a month of not losing anything. I mean, despite the fact that I couldn't eat, nearly what I was eating before. And so I was very limited in the amount of food I was taking. It's like my body just hung on to everything. So for a month I didn't lose anything, and then I started losing again, and then I had another sort of plateau for a few days or maybe a week, and then I started losing again, and it's just sort of like on and off again now. I go for maybe a few days or a week of losing, and then I stop. And each time, of course, you're afraid that this is going to be the last time that you're going to lose anything. It's a bit crooked there. Let's try that again. That's better. And so anyway, so now I am down to 308.4 this morning. So another 9 pounds and I'll be in the 200 mark. My ideal is to get down to 170 or there, as close to that as I can. I know that I may never reach that point, even though that I know that is a weight that is really good for me. It makes me feel really good, and I look great for me, and so on and so on. But with the fact that I am probably going to end up with quite a bit of extra flesh left over, more skin than I really need, and I don't really have the budget to be doing plastic surgery, I could end up never getting below, 200 pounds or something like that. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. Food-wise, I am eating mostly whatever I fix for my husband. I find that a lot of the information that I read before told me that I probably wouldn't like sweet things, and I wouldn't like pasta and rice and bread and things like that, and that I would be able to eat eggs and chicken easily and those things. Well, not all of that seems to be true for me. I have trouble eating eggs. I do eat them, and I've tried them many different ways, but they don't seem to go down that easily. Chicken, another thing that doesn't really sit very well with me. Beef seems to be fine. Lamb seems to be fine. Pork, as long as it's not overdone. If it gets dry, then it's just like chicken, it can't go down. Fish seems to be okay, although fish fillets don't seem to taste that good to me at the moment. I don't know why that is, but shrimp's good. And crab seems to be fine, although I've heard of other people not doing well with crab. So all kinds of things like that. Pasta and rice and bread. Well, pasta and rice are great. Bread, I don't know. It's been on again, off again. I can't really tell whether it's something that I'm comfortable with or not. Plus, I just recently discovered that my husband has a potato allergy, and they put potato products in most regular flour. So unless you're eating something that is organic bread without the sort of regular additives and things, then you're probably getting potato. So I've had to cut way back on my bread options, which is good for me, really, and hopefully good for him too. But it means I can't have my sourdough bread anymore, which I love. Never mind. I've also recently been told that I may have a dairy intolerance, which is a real bummer because I do love my dairy. And at the moment, I'm not going to do anything about it other than cut back a lot on, my freedom to eat dairy. But I am not going to stop doing my Greek yogurt, which is one thing that I really find easy to eat and it helps me get my protein. So there's that. Cottage cheese is another thing that I enjoy and also gets me my protein. And my protein drinks, most of the regular protein drinks have some form of dairy product in them, milk product in them. And although you can get vegan ones, I've tried several of them, and I can't find any I haven't found any so far that I can tolerate on a long-term basis. I just don't like them. So there you have it. I guess that's about it. I'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions, I will say that I can, after surgery, the sipping thing, sipping your beverages, I could only sip like one sip comfortably, and then the next sip stuck, and then as time progressed, I got to the point where 2 sips were okay, but 3 sips were too many. Now I can do 3. So that's, that's sort of improving as it goes. I think eventually you're supposed to be able to drink pretty normally, but I guess that may take a year or more before you can do that. One thing I wanted to show you. Hang on, let me go. I'll be right back. Just a minute. When I have dinner, or whatever kind of meal I have with my husband, this is our dinner plate size, and so that's what I serve his food on. And then this is what is considered a side salad or whatever plate, and that's what I have my dinner on. Usually when I fill my plate to the point, it's only been 3 months, and it's really hard to train your brain when you look at things and when you're hungry. And I find when my stomach gets empty, and now it's a very small stomach, so when it gets empty, it's almost as if the 2 sides have touched. There's your stomach, and then all of a sudden you're really hungry, and it hurts. It really kind of burns when it gets to that point. So I know I need to eat something, and I'm hungry, and I look at the food and it smells good, and I want lots of that. And so I make sure that I use my little plate, but I invariably put too much food on it, and I usually can't finish everything that I put on my plate, even though it's pretty small amount of food. 2 IKEA meatballs and maybe 3 tablespoons of sauce and a couple of tablespoons of spaghetti squash. So that was my dinner last night. Was that, and I made it through it. Actually, it was easier eating spaghetti squash, the vegetable, than it has been when I've eaten pasta. So there's that. And of course, eating more vegetables is good for you. Talk to you later. Give me a call. Give me a shout. Like my page. I'd appreciate it. And thank you very much. Bye.